Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We're excited to talk about some highlights about the schedule and answer some questions that you may be having. I'm Megan Eigenrau, I'm the principal on the 5-6 side here at Deer Path.
And I'm Sam Paulson, the principal on the 7-8 side.
Elizabeth Martin, incoming Deer Path APT president.
I'm Monica Yon, I'm the current DPM APT president. So why did the DPM schedule change?
That's a great question. So right now it is a time of change across the board because we are adopting some new curriculum. So for English language arts and as well as math, we have some new curricular opportunities that will be coming to Deer Path, and we needed instructional minutes to accommodate those new programs. Megan, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, some primary improvements that we want to highlight are the fact that we're going to have a Monday advisory, so that's going to give us an opportunity to support our students in different ways than we've currently been doing. Specifically homeroom, we're shifting that to the advisory period, and we're going to reimagine what that looks like to better meet the students' needs. And then we also are really excited about the extra ELA and math minutes. That's going to give us an opportunity to fully utilize the new programs we have for both math and ELA, but also increase some of the extra supports that we're providing students within that period. And one thing that was particularly exciting for the students, they really wanted an increase in minutes for passing because currently they're experiencing trouble getting from one class to another, and so the new bell schedule has 4 minutes for a passing period instead of 3, and that's going to allow our students to cross the big building without being late to class, which was their primary request. And then we also were able to sync up our passing periods, so we have common bells. Students wanted the bells so that they knew when they could leave class and then when they were tardy, so that'll just shore up some of those communication pieces and allow students to effectively self-manage.
Why did science and social studies minutes decrease?
Because minutes have to come from somewhere, and with the increase in math and English language arts minutes, we had to make some tweaks to the other content areas. But we're very confident that the extended learning opportunities, because it will be still in that 80-minute extended block, will allow for some really enriching opportunities, because our science labs that are state-of-the-art, we still want to have students in there getting highly beneficial science lab experiences, and by having 80 minutes, that allows for that inquiry, and then truly the formative feedback directly from the instructor, where they're not having to find them after class because it's only in that 53-minute block like we have currently, but 80 minutes allows for a lot of that direct teaching and that direct feedback so students can master the material.
For 5th grade, the science and social studies classes will happen each day. They're still sticking with the hybrid model of, yes, they're in a middle school, but they're also following somewhat of those elementary longer blocks with the same teacher. So science and social studies will happen every day for 5th. And then for 6th grade, it's going to be on Monday, they'll have both science and social studies, and then they will have a set day of week that they have science and a set day of week that they have social studies. So for example, some students will be in science on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then they'll be in social studies on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then in 7th and 8th grade, they'll rotate between science and social studies in an A-B schedule. It works out to be the exact same minutes.
What will services look like for students who receive support?
So students will receive support still within a learning strategies class, which is much the same as what we do now. We also have an enriched studies class, and math and reading support will still be provided by reading interventionists, just as it is now. So the services will remain largely the same.
And our case managers will be an integral part of all classes, where they'll be able to push in and provide that co-teaching support like we have currently. And the wonderful part about the extended block is, of course, that means more contact time rather with the co-teacher, because they're there to also provide that support and differentiation. But ultimately, like any student with support needs, it's a team decision. So we want to make sure we meet with that case manager. And if you're a parent who has concerns, please reach out at the start of next year to talk about what services look like.
What is advisory and how is it different from the old homeroom?
That's a wonderful question. So some of the feedback we collected from our stakeholders was, is homeroom really being used, those minutes, to the most optimal way possible? And we really wanted to repurpose some of those minutes back to the course to provide, again, that direct formative feedback from the primary instructor. But we acknowledge the importance of that positive connection in the building. So we wanted to have advisory for that very reason. Advisory, as opposed to homeroom every day, will be on Mondays for 24 minutes at the start of the day to establish a positive kickoff to the school week. And then in 5th grade, it's something they're going to have every day because we know that consistency will be key for our new middle school students. Megan?
I just wanted to highlight that 5th grade being every day, they're going to have advisory at the end of each day as somewhat of a check out. One thing that we heard is that for executive functioning or for community building, teachers wanted that embedded, and so that opportunity will be embedded into their core block, and then also an additional checkpoint for our 5th grade at the end of each day. For our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, that Monday time will have an executive functioning check-in, such as checking their lockers and cleaning out any materials that they don't need anymore, checking Schoology to see if they're missing anything, and making sure everything's turned in, graded on PowerSchool, etc. So they're going to be able to kind of have a set check-in and then also have skills embedded throughout their week. So that's our goal for next year.
The most important thing we want to reiterate is that we could not be more excited. We think this is the right change for Deer Path. This is the right time to do it. And we know that this is a student-centered decision that's going to benefit our kids. And at the end of the day, that's what we want for everyone who comes to Deer Path. So thank you.